Hello everyone. Now today we are here to do an experiment from the class 10th physics. Aim of this experiment is to determine the equivalent resistance of two resistors when they are connected in series. Here we will discuss about the resistor connected in series. Now let's discuss some theory related to it. When the resistors are joined end to end, then they are said to be in the series connection, and in the series the equivalent resistance is equals to the sum of the individual resistance. For example, we have two resistors having the value R1 and R2. If they are joined in series, then the equivalent resistance is equals to sum of R1 plus R2. Then that is known as the equivalent resistors. This is my operator's arrangement to find out the unknown value of the resistance. Here I have joined the positive terminal of the battery with the positive terminal of the ammeter. The negative terminal of the ammeter is joined with one terminal of the unknown resistor. The second terminal of the unknown resistor is joined with the one terminal of the rheostat. The voltmeter is connected in parallel with the unknown resistor. Here we have joined the one terminal of the resistor with the negative terminal of the voltmeter and the other terminal of the resistor with the positive terminal of the voltmeter. The next terminal of the rheostat is joined with the one terminal of the one-way key. The second terminal of the one-way key is joined with the negative terminal of the battery. Let's start the activity. First of all, we will find out the least count of the voltmeter and ammeter that we are using here. Least count of the operators means the measurement done by the one division of that operators. Here the voltmeter that we are using having 10 divisions is equals to 0.5 volt. It means one division is equals to 0.5 upon 10 and it is equals to 0.05 volt. Similarly, the ammeter that we are using in our activity having 10 division is equals to 0.5 ampere. So one division is equals to 0.5 upon 10 is equals to 0.05 ampere. So the least count of our voltmeter is 0.05 volt and least count of our ammeter is 0.05 ampere as I have shown you in our voltmeter and ammeter. Let's find out the zero error of our voltmeter and ammeter that we are using. Zero error means the reading shown by our voltmeter and ammeter when the rheostat is at the zero position. Here the error shown by our voltmeter and ammeter is above 0, so we will add the zero error in our observation. Now let's calculate. In our voltmeter, the number of divisions shown by the voltmeter is 11. It means it is the zero error for our voltmeter, and the number of divisions shown by our ammeter is 4, so it is the zero error for our ammeter. The zero error of our voltmeter is 11 division into least count of our voltmeter, that is 0.05 and it is equal to 0.55 volt. The zero error of our ammeter is 4 division into the least count of our ammeter, that is 0.05 and it is equals to 0.2 ampere. Now to take the first observation, I will adjust the position of the rheostat to make a particular value of the current in the ammeter. Now I have adjusted rheostat so that the number of division in the ammeter is 10 and corresponding to it the number of division in the voltmeter is 23. Let's note down the observation for the first resistance. I have named it as R1 resistance. Now the reading of the voltmeter that I have observed was 23 division into the least count of the voltmeter, that is 0.05, and it is equals to 1.15 volt. Now to find out the corrected reading, observed reading, that is 1.15 plus the error in the voltmeter, that is 0.55, and it is equal to 1.7 volt. Now the reading of the ammeter was 10 division into the least count of ammeter, that was 0.05, and it is equal to 0.5 ampere. Now to find out its corrected reading, observed reading, that is 0.5 plus the error in the ammeter, that is 0.2, and it is equal to 0.7 ampere. Now to find out the resistance, we will use the formula R is equals to V upon I that was given by the ohms, and we will get resistance is equal to 1.7, that is the reading of the voltmeter, upon 0.7, that is the reading of the current, and it is equal to 2.42 ohm. Now to take the second reading, I will again adjust the position of the rheostat to get the value of a current. Now I have adjusted the rheostat so that the ammeter reading is 15 divisions, and corresponding to it the reading of our voltmeter is 33 divisions. Now this is the calculation for the second observation, from which we have got the value of the resistance is equals to 2.31 ohm. Now again I am adjusting the position of the rheostat to get a value on a ammeter. You can take any value of the current in the ammeter. I have adjusted the position of the rheostat so that the number of division in the ammeter is 20 divisions, and for it the number of division in the voltmeter is 43 divisions. In the same way, we have done the calculation for the third observation, by which we have got the value of the voltage 2.7 volt, the value of the current 1.2 ampere, and from these two values we have got the resistance 2.25 ohm. Now we will find out the mean of these three values of the resistance. Then we will get resistance R1 is equals to 2.32 ohms. Let's do the next part of this activity, in which I have replaced my first resistor with the another unknown resistor. Now to find out the resistance of this unknown resistor, I have made the arrangement in the same way as we have done for my first unknown resistor. Now the least count and the zero error of our voltmeter and ammeter will remain same because we are using the same voltmeter and same ammeter. Now again I will adjust the position of the rheostat to get any value on the ammeter. I have adjusted the rheostat in such a way that the reading in the ammeter is 10 divisions, and corresponding to this current the reading in our voltmeter is 24 divisions. Let's do the calculation for the R2 unknown resistor, in which the first reading of the voltmeter was 24 divisions into the least count of the voltmeter, that is 0.05 volt, and it is equals to 1.2 volt. To find out the corrected reading, we will add the zero error in the observed reading. It means 1.2 plus the zero error in the voltmeter, and it is equal to 1.75 volt. Now the reading in our ammeter was 10 division into the least count of the ammeter, that is 0.05, and it is equals to 0.5 ampere. To find out the corrected reading, 0.5 observed reading plus the zero error, that is 0.2 ampere, and it is equals to 0.7 ampere. Now to find out the resistance for the first observation, we will use the formula R is equals to V upon I. Our voltmeter reading is 1.75 volt divided by the current reading, that is 0.7 ampere, and it is equals to 2.5 ohms. Let's take the second reading by adjusting the position of the rheostat. I have adjusted the position of the rheostat so that the number of division in our ammeter is 15 divisions, and corresponding to it the number of division in our voltmeter is 33 divisions. In the same way, we have done the calculation for the second observation, and we have got the value of the resistance is equals to 2.31 ohm. Let's take the third value. For that, I am adjusting the position of the rheostat so that the number of divisions in our ammeter is 20, and the number of division corresponding to it in our voltmeter is 44 divisions. In the same way, we have done the calculation for the third observation, by which we have got the value of the voltage 2.75 volt, the value of the current 1.2 ampere. By these values, we have got the resistance is equals to 2.29 ohm. Through these three values, if we will find out the mean, then the mean value of R2 is equal to 2.36 ohms. Let's do the next part of our activity, in which I have joined the resistor R1, whose value we have calculated as 2.32 ohm, and the resistor R2, whose value we have find out as 2.36 ohm. Now we have joined these two resistors in series. The operator setup for this is in which we have joined the positive terminal of the battery with the positive terminal of the ammeter. The next negative terminal of the ammeter is joined with one terminal of the R1 resistor. This same terminal of the R1 resistor is joined with the positive terminal of the voltmeter. The next second terminal of the R1 resistor is joined with the one terminal of R2 resistor. The second terminal of R2 resistor is joined with the voltmeter as well as it is joined with the one terminal of our rheostat. The next terminal of the rheostat is joined with one terminal of the key, and the next terminal of the key is joined with the negative terminal of the battery. Let's discuss the circuit diagram for it. Here the positive terminal of the battery is connected with the positive terminal of the ammeter. The negative terminal of the ammeter is connected with one terminal of R1 resistance and positive terminal of the voltmeter. The second terminal of R1 resistance is connected with one terminal of R2 resistance. The negative terminal of the voltmeter as well as the second terminal of R2 resistance is connected with one terminal of the rheostat. The next terminal of the rheostat is connected with one terminal of the one-way key. The second terminal of the one-way key is connected with the negative terminal of the battery. Let's start the activity. Now we will adjust the position of the rheostat to get a value in the ammeter. I have adjusted the position of the rheostat so that the reading in the ammeter is 6 divisions, and corresponding to it the reading in the voltmeter is 33 divisions. Let's do the calculation for the first observation of the resistance when we have joined the two resistors in series. Now the reading in the voltmeter was 33 division into the least count of the voltmeter, that is 0.05 volt, and it is equals to 1.65 volt. To find out the corrected reading, observed reading plus the zero error, that is 0.55 volt, and it is equal to 2.2 volts. The reading in the ammeter was 6 division into the least count of the ammeter, that is 0.05 ampere, and it is equals to 0.3 ampere. To find out the corrected reading, observed reading, that is 0.3 plus the zero error in the ammeter, that is 0.2, and it is equals to 0.5 ampere. Now when we will find out the resistance from these two values, then we will get voltmeter reading, that is 2.2 volts divided by the current reading, that is 0.5 ampere, and it is equals to 4.4 ohms. Now to take the second reading, I am again adjusting the position of the rheostat. Now I have adjusted the position of the rheostat in such a way that the reading in the ammeter is 8 divisions, and corresponding to it the reading in the voltmeter is 42 divisions. In the same way we have done the calculations for the second observation, from which we have got the value of the resistance is equals to 4.41 ohms. To take the third reading, I am again adjusting the position of the rheostat so that the reading in the ammeter is 10 divisions corresponding to this value of the current, the reading in the voltmeter is 49 divisions. Now this is the calculation that we have done in the same way as we have done previous calculation. For the third observation, the value of the voltmeter is 3 volts. The value of the ammeter is 0.7 ampere, and from it if we have find out the resistance, then it is equals to 4.28 ohms. Now if we will find out the mean of these 3 resistance, then we will get mean value of the resistance is equals to 4.4 ohms. This is the experimental value of the resistance when R1 and R2 resistors are joined in series. Now if we will find out the value of the resistance in series combination, then using the formula we will get, according to the formula, the resistance in the series is equals to sum of the individual resistance that are joined in series, and from it we will get R1 is equals to 2.32 ohms plus R2 is equals to 2.36 ohm, and if we will solve it we will get 4.6 ohms. This is the value of the resistance that we have got from the formula when R1 and R2 are in series, and it is equals to 4.6 ohm, and this is the value of the resistance when R1 and R2 are joined in series that we have calculated experimentally. It is 4.4 ohms. This is the experimental verification of the formula when the resistors are joined in series. I hope this activity is clear to you and you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much.